Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. That's 800-405-2561.
Sports Professor Rick Horrow, welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard, the show that gets you inside the trillion-dollar business of sports. News, marketing, promotion, legal, administrative, deal-making, all of it. That's the most important issue these days. That's why the business is $1 trillion. That's why the Dallas Cowboys are at $4.5 billion as net worth. And if you look at the top 25 teams, all of them are over $2 billion, whether it's here or across the pond. And they all have something in common. They understand how important it is to focus on the off-field issues. Surely on-field is important, but you can't win every game. And the Dallas Cowboys can testify to that. One playoff win in 20-some-odd years, yet they're still worth $4.5 billion. Need I say more? We have some interesting perspective today. Amy Trask, the CEO of the Oakland Raiders for a long time under Al Davis, now the CEO of 3-on-3 basketball. Her career is tremendous. It touches everybody from the Mid-Atlantic all the way over to the other side of the world. We'll get to her in a few minutes after we talk about football. But after we talk about the big issues of the week, here are some of the biggest issues in sports as well before we get to Amy Trask. First, let's talk about golf. You don't really care, but Justin Thomas is a neighbor now. He's moving almost next door, and he's got a major trophy that he's got to deal with. And so the bottom line of all of this is that the PGA Tour and the PGA Championship taking a major step, not just Justin Thomas. The event goes to May, the biggest change of the golf schedule in more than a decade. More than 50 years, frankly, the PGA of America has had the midsummer date. Pete Bavacqua, the CEO of the organization, thinks that May is a far more powerful date to contest the major championship. And my take is that moving the tournament out of August, the tour wants to finish the FedEx Cup before the NFL season kicks off to limit scheduling conflicts, diverting fan attention away from the sport. And as we know from Avenel and the event that's in D.C. at the end of July and June and the beginning of July, it's hot. But it's also important to keep that major schedule, and now it goes from the Masters through the British Open and then the FedEx Cups, the Ryder Cups, the President's Cup. It's certainly not going to affect it. Good move. PGA of America, very happy.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, more Rick Horrow, the sports professor.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
If you are age 85 or younger, Call to learn more about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network. The average funeral now costs over $10,000. Are you at risk of leaving loved ones to help pay your debts? A final expense policy for seniors can pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. You don't need a medical exam, and you can have lifetime coverage, and the policy cannot be canceled. To receive free information about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network, call now. You'll also receive information about a free prescription discount card just for calling in. Agents are standing by.
Call 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. Call now. That's 800-508-5774.
The sun can make your outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable you can't use it. But now there's the Sunsetter Retractable Awning. A Sunsetter Retractable Awning opens and closes in just 60 seconds, and it keeps your patio about 20 degrees cooler. It provides instant shade and protection from the sun's harmful rays. You can get your Sunsetter for as little as $5.99 when you call now to get your special $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit. You're going to love your Sunsetter Retractable Awning. Sunsetter awnings are assembled in America and guaranteed to last. So call 800-692-0268 now to get a free awning idea kit with DVD plus your $200 Sunsetter discount certificate. This is a limited time offer, so call 800-692-0268. That's 800-692-0268 for your free awning idea kit with DVD and $200 discount certificate. There's no obligation, so call 800-692-0268 now.
Welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard with Rick Horrow. We pick up right where we left off.
Business very happy as well. Let's look at baseball. It's not every day that a pro sports event is played in an intimate, historic setting, but the Cardinals and Pirates will square off at BB&T Ballpark at historic Bowman Field in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Game be broadcast on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, labeled the Little League Classic. Brightview, MLB sports turf consultant, employed Sports Turf Management Association earlier this year to renovate the field at BB&T Ballpark. 4,500 tons of sand and root zone material laid out to prepare the new natural grass surface. 1.5 feet of physical mass was removed, constructing the playing field 1.5 times that infield and outfield sod the week of May 30. Ballpark renovations had to meet MLB specs while also suiting the needs and likes of the Williamsport Crosscutters, the inhabiting team. It's great to see pro sports being played on a smaller stage sometimes, giving fans a more intimate look at our national pastime. Just a couple hours up the road from the Mid-Atlantic, the World Series of the Little League is good enough, but this makes it even better. And more baseball, the Oakland A's in a serious set of talks to find a new ballpark site, and one of 3 candidate sites picked up a big piece of support. The A's just earned the support from the chancellor at the Peralta Community College District, a 13-acre site between Laney College and I-880. I've seen it. It's a really cool site, but the proximity to BART, just enough land to create a vibrant urban ballpark village. And team president Dave Cavall estimates the new stadium in the Bay Area should happen soon. Team is expected to face more opposition from Chancellor Joel Laguerre, but the Chancellor is more in favor of the plan that now he knows the campus would not have to move. A's finally been looking for a new site. Maybe they're going to get it. Raiders moving to Vegas. Some promising news for effectively the only club in Major League Baseball that has some uncertainty to it. It affects the Orioles and the Nationals just as much as the A's. The weakest link affects everybody. Sooner or later, Major League Baseball hopes with a Marlins sale, and now the A's potentially closing in on the site, everything looks really good. Just have to see how that all works. Let's go into the tech world and let's go into the broadcast world, because broadcasting down the road will be nothing like broadcasting today. Number of different reasons tell me that's the case. CBS continuing its push into sports streaming. The network recently hinted at an upcoming service it plans to unveil in the near future. Chairman and CEO Les Moonves told investors a 24/7 live streaming outlet devoted to sports was in the works. The future offering still in the early stages of development and doesn't have a name, but it's expected to be modeled after CBSN, the streaming news service. CBS currently plays a pivotal role in the sports media and broadcasting world. NFL, as we know, PGA, men's D1 basketball tournament. And he says we're going to look at to differentiate ourselves from ESPN's and Fox Sports's, and we think we have a great opportunity for success. CBS already has an online sports group in place down in Lauderdale, and streaming around the clock continues to evolve for all major networks. CBS already has infrastructure to make this really successful. And if we don't think streaming is the wave of the future, Disney making some serious moves behind the scenes regarding streaming. According to The Verge, Disney's previously announced ESPN streaming service launched next year. A host brand spectrum, including many broad sports and events, purchasable add-ons for those who clearly follow individual sports like baseball, hockey, and soccer will also be there. The new streaming service will not be its own app, but rather it'll be a robust inside existing ESPN app feature. The branded multi-sport service will offer a robust array of sports programming, of 10,000 digital, national, regional, international games and events a year. That's from their press release, so they're really serious. The news comes on the heels of the company ending its licensing deal with Netflix after purchasing a majority stake in BAMTech, the MLB-founded video juggernaut behind many of the most popular sports and TV streaming services. And the case is this. Investing in BAMTech gives Disney a competitive advantage over other players due to the service's expansive streaming capabilities. This could be the start of a streaming revolution for Disney. We'll look at other streaming, but other larger sports contexts. Amazon looking to expand its convenient shopping success in the world of sports. They're working on an agreement with United States venue owners in order to secure ability to sell event tickets. Ticket-selling giants such as Ticketmaster and StubHub will have a new and recognizable name competing with them online. In the past 2 years, Amazon has begun new projects such as Amazon Fresh, where the move into the world of sports and events is more important. And the Seattle-based company sees the U.S. ticketing market as ripe for attack. Consumers dislike ticket fees, and venue owners, sports leagues, and teams want more distributors for the tickets as they seek to boost sales. Perhaps their entry into the ticket market was overdue, but Amazon's starting to plant the seeds of what could be a disruption into what we typically have seen when we look at purchasing events for tickets and events for gifts and otherwise. Another selling point for Amazon to invest in this market is their desire to attract more customers to become Amazon Prime members. Customers who make accounts on Amazon to purchase tickets likely to buy an Amazon Prime account in the future. A lot of reasons in the track record to back them up. My take is, whether you live in the Mid-Atlantic or anywhere else in the country, look for the streaming piece to be really, really dominant in the years ahead. As long as we're talking about tech, how about this? Virtual reality. All of you folks who tried those monitors and not get sick, here's a chance to do more. Starting to take off in the gaming, television, and sports market. In Manchester, England, a tech company is working on virtual reality applications that allow lifelike soccer training to be conducted through their system. Multiple Premier League teams have expressed interest in using the technology already, implementation possible as early as 2018. The use of the system could lead to an easier path back from injury for players looking to regain their feel for the game. Now, a player suffering from injury like a torn ACL can slowly regain what they've lost because of their inability to play consistently because of the injury. Virtual reality would give a massive edge to players who are out for an extended period of time. Coach Mike Phelan, I think it benefits both amateur, pro, and grassroots. You can pressure into the situation, but pressure you can't create until it's live. Players love the buzz of something like this. I think technology is part of the sport now. Well, no fooling. VAR in soccer. Now we have virtual reality as a training mechanism. What do we think of next? What is the most bizarre thing you can think of next? Well, how about this? Do you realize esports impacts 320 million people? And in fact, so much that the Paris 2024 Olympic organizers are considering adding esports to the Olympics in France. It's set to be included in the 2022 Asian Games. It'll mark the first time esports featured as a medal event. We have to look at it because we can't say it's not for us, says the organizing committee. The youth are interested in this sport, and they say, let's look at it, let's meet them, and let's see if we can find some bridges to build. The 2018 Asian Games in Indonesia feature esports contests as a demonstration.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, more Rick Horrow, the sports professor.
The following update is for drivers who pay too much for car insurance due to DUIs, DWIs, tickets, or anything else. By now, you know all too well that SR22 auto insurance is way more than you'd ever want to pay. You probably thought you didn't have a choice, but you were wrong. Our company specializes in low-cost, very affordable SR22 auto insurance for high-risk drivers. We know that mistakes happen, so take pride in being able to offer absolutely free quotes for this very affordable auto insurance meant specifically for you, the overpaying high-risk driver. We're standing by at 800-758-0725. The only thing you need to do is stop waiting around while your monthly payments stay as high as they are. Our knowledgeable representatives are ready for your call at 800-758-0725. The quote is free, and we'll even handle the filings so you could start saving money every month even sooner. Call 800-758-0725. That's 800-758-0725. Once more, 800-758-0725.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for prescription drugs? Well, we have great news. Now you can finally get prescription drugs at huge discounts from Canada Drug Center. That's right, the most popular drugs for cholesterol, high blood pressure, depression, diabetes, arthritis, and many more are now up to 75% off. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices when you can get brand name drugs at the lowest price? Call today and get up to 75% off all the popular brand name prescription drugs. Never pay high prices again. Get the most popular drugs at huge savings from our Canadian and international pharmacies and fulfillment centers. No insurance? No problem. Prices are so low you do not need benefits or insurance to get all your prescriptions fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting to take your call now. Order today and get free shipping. Just call 800-950-1180. Up to 75% off all the popular brand name prescription drugs and free shipping. Call 800-950-1180. That's 800-950-1180.
The Renaissance Indian Wells Resort and Spa is a desert oasis for family travel or a quick weekend getaway in the Coachella Valley. It's the perfect place to recharge. The world-class resort features stunningly appointed hotel rooms, 5 restaurants, and a rejuvenating spa with an array of relaxing treatments. In addition to health and wellness classes, you can play golf, tennis, or enjoy one of the many hiking trails the area has to offer. Taking care of their little guests is a top priority, offering a kids program along with a family-friendly pool featuring the only sandy beach in the valley. Nonstop flights are available from San Francisco to Palm Springs, so be sure to book your Renaissance Indian Wells Oasis Getaway today. Call 760-773-4444. Once again, that's 760-773-4444. Or go to Marriott.com and check out the Renaissance Indian Wells Resort and Spa in Indian Wells, California for some great deals.
Welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard with Rick Horrow. We pick up right where we left off.
So what Rio did in 2016. And the take is this. It'll be interesting to see if the popularity of esports, which is undeniable, can translate into the Olympics. We'll obviously just have to see, and we'll also try to figure out if it is for real, since, as we know, France and LA 2024 and 2028 can add a couple of sports on their own. This may be one that could be incredibly interesting. We know the French love soccer, and we know Americans love it too, but there are a lot of soccer issues we got to talk about. First of all, the EPL side Liverpool signed a New Jersey sleeve sponsor. Fans are not thrilled about the announcement. Even though it's 5 years and £25 million with Colorado-based financial services company Western Union, the Reds fans are outraged. They're complaining about how it looks aesthetically. And fans have started chiming in on Twitter, commenting on the logo, saying football shirts are going to look like Formula One. This year, as we know, marks the first year EPL clubs can sell their own sleeve sponsors. Barclays had it when they sponsored the whole league. And the take is amazing and ironic. New sleeve sponsorship deals are patching up almost every week for EPL teams, similar to what's happening with the NBA with jersey patch deals. We say in the U.S. we don't like it because it's not aesthetically pleasing. Well, it's 5 years, £25 million apiece for teams in across the pond. They'll find a way to do it, and so will we. Money dominates soccer. Dubai-based Emirates signed a new 3-year deal to remain the title sponsor of the FA Cup. The world's oldest club soccer competition keeps its sponsor until 2021. And back in 2015, Emirates became the first ever title partner of the 146-year-old soccer tournament. Apart from the just title, they've set to receive a range of in-value and media branding rights. The Emirates logo featuring the ribbons tied to the trophy and the winner's colors. We remain incredibly proud because this is a larger role for this company in a historic tournament. Sir Tim Clark, the president of Emirates, boasted. And the take is that they're an established brand in the international soccer world, and the move is only deepening the airline's commitment to sports marketing and soccer's commitment to revenue. How about soccer here? Well, the Seattle Sounders and the MLS teamed up with IMG to help them find a new naming partner, an assets package putting the company's name on their jersey, no fooling, including a whole bunch of other stuff. Washington-based Xbox's deal expires at the end of the 2018 survey and 2018 season, but the IMG WME company helped lead naming rights deals for the Celtics, General Electric for $7 million a year for the patch, and most clubs generate $3 to $4 million in sponsorship deals. The strategic partnership could pave the way for other franchises to engage in talks with companies like this if this turns out to be as lucrative as the Sounders predict. But here's the bigger issue. How about this one? The first American Soccer League team, MLS team, to employ an official team tattooist. Philadelphia Union have a new CTO, Jay Cunliffe, the owner of Aston's Bone Daddy Tattoo. Big joke for the team? Maybe? No. Vice President of Marketing Doug Vosick defended the move. The CTO will be another pro resource for our players and trainers, nutritionists. If a player wants a tattoo, now they can call an artist who will work with their tastes and schedules. The team initially announced the position back in February. 150 candidates, cut down to the final 13. In the end, the portfolio is turned over to players and staff to make the decision. And here's the take for everybody in Washington and everywhere else. It's interesting, it's fun, and it's innovative, but let's see if other teams start incorporating similar roles to engage the community and accommodate players simultaneously. We have jersey patches, we have sleeve patches. How about logos on skin? Yeah, you think it's silly? Check in with me in another year or so. We'll see if that works. Well, the NFL preseason officially underway, as we know. Certain teams do it right. Certain teams do it differently. But certainly we have a perspective that covers a number of different teams. Amy Trask worked with the Oakland Raiders for over 30 years, 1997 to 2013, almost 30 years, involved in non-football business matters and operations for the team, including team representation and league meetings. She joined the Raiders as an intern when she was still a law school student in 1983, and she became the NFL's first female executive from the front office, author of You Negotiate Like a Girl, Reflections in the Career of the National Football League, and serves on the board of directors for Tony La Russa's Animal Rescue Foundation and the LA Sports and Entertainment Commission. She's been involved with the Olympic piece, and now she is a executive with 3-on-3 basketball, which, as you know, has come to the Mid-Atlantic, Philadelphia, Tulsa, L.A., everywhere else. So Amy talks about women in sports, working for Al Davis, the Raiders move to Vegas, basketball, 3-on-3 basketball, Olympic basketball, and a whole host of issues. Amy Trask.
Sports professor Rick Horrow in the boardroom, Beyond the Scoreboard. Interesting perspective with somebody who went not only to the traditional road of sports business, but she's done a lot that most people haven't even begun to think about. We'll talk about the bio, but it's not only the Raiders and writing a book and philanthropic issues and advisory board of the LA Sports and Entertainment Commission, and now CEO of Big 3 Basketball, and many, many more. We haven't even scratched the surface. Amy Trask, how's that for an intro?
Well, that was quite an intro, and I will admit something that I was actually a bit glad you didn't share, but I'll share it anyway. I think we've known one another about 100 years, which talks to just how old I really am.
Yeah, well, collectively.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Wow, oh, wow. But, yes, it's been a pleasure to work with you over the years.
Man, 100 years. Yeah, let's start that. Let's kill this interview and start it again, but I think you're probably right. So the Raiders was at least 30 years of that. So 97 to 13, obviously you were the business person with the Raiders, and the NFL first female front office executive, which is obviously an incredibly big deal. That 30 years flew by, right? I mean, you think back on it, and it's
sure did.
Give me your perspective, yeah.
You know, it sure did. You're right, 97 was when Al assigned a big title to me, but I began my career with the Raiders in the mid-'80s. And when I tell people I was with the organization almost 30 years, I think I should follow up and say, but, you know, I started when I was 12. And, of course, the fact is I didn't. But it was an absolutely sensational almost 30 years. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. I began with the organization in the mid-'80s, as I said, as an intern, and it evolved from there.
And you talk about it, you live through it, and you write a book called You Negotiate Like a Girl, Reflections on a Career at the National Football League. Interesting perspective to now work with the family. Give us kind of the one big nugget in the book without us all reading it or the cliff notes. What's the one takeaway?
The one takeaway of what? Of the opportunity I had worked.
Lessons from the book.
Wow. Well, I shared my reflections on my career. I shared my thoughts about business in general, football in particular. Let me share with you something that has served me well over my career, and I share this in the book. It is the advice my mother gave me from the time I was a very, very, very young girl. And as mothers are wont to do, she must have told me this 7 zillion times as I grew up. To thine own self be true. I didn't realize till I had almost graduated from Cal that my mother didn't actually coin that phrase. That was actually a guy named William Shakespeare.
Yeah, he's a minor guy, right.
Yeah, to think my mom stole it from him or he stole it from her. The point is, what served me well over the course of my 3 decades with the Raiders in the NFL and still serves me well to this day is being myself. And I would encourage anyone who wants to have great adventures to be true to their self. And if I may, Rick, I'll share probably the overriding message that people have come away with from the book, which is to comport yourself without regard to gender. I'm asked all the time by young women how to succeed, how to advance in business, and I give them 2 pieces of advice. One, work hard. Work really, really, really hard. And when you think you can't work any harder.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, more Rick Horrow, the sports professor.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780. Nobody really needs or wants home security until it's too late. You've heard the statistics about how many burglaries there are per day. You see the news. You know there are people out there that do bad things. The best way to help protect your home and your property is with an ADT monitored system from Protect Your Home, an ADT authorized premier provider. Call right now to get a free wireless home security system valued at $850. An ADT monitored system can help protect your home from fires, theft, floods, and call for emergency help. Call now to find out more about our $850 free wireless home security system and start enjoying the peace of mind of security today. Call 800-587-4281, 800-587-4281, 800-587-4281. This offer is for new customers only. Termination fees apply. $99 customer installation charge and 36-month monitoring agreement required. All for details. License terms and conditions available at secureathome.com.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But The Secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard with Rick Horrow. We pick up right where we left off.
Right. One, work hard. Work really, really, really hard. And when you think you can't work any harder, find a way to work harder. And number two, stop thinking about the fact that you're a woman. It does not make any sense whatsoever to me for a woman to walk into a room with the hope and the expectation that others won't consider her gender if she is thinking about her gender. Do your job.
And it's a great perspective, especially if the great unwashed are thinking, how does someone last 30 years with Al Davis? My sense is that Al Davis is somebody who respects a person, regardless of gender, who used those business principles to deal with him. Am I right?
Oh, you're absolutely right. And, this is a man who hired without regard to race, gender, ethnicity, religion, or any other individuality, which has no bearing whatsoever on whether someone can do a job. And if I may share, and tell me if I'm talking too much, and I won't, one of the most special moments of my career, and I describe it at length in the book, I won't do that now, was during a meeting when the circumstances warranted, and Al said to all assembled, "Oh, Amy, I don't consider Amy a woman." And that was such a significant moment to me, because isn't that what we dream and we hope and we expect, that we are going to be considered based on merits and not based on our ethnicity or gender or race or religion? And that is how he did his job.
Words to live by. One more Raiders question. Do you at all regret the fact that it's a new era in Vegas with significant dollars and a new stadium and everything, and you're not involved?
No, I don't. I wish the organization well, but I made a decision that when I chose to leave the organization, one of the factors in that decision was I did not want to be part of removing the team from the community. And so, I'm not looking to create an uproar when I make that comment. It's just as honest can be. I wish the organization well. I wish the fans well. I really wish Raider Nation the very, very best. I want the Raider Nation to be as happy can be. I know some will be heartbroken, but no, I'm not at all disappointed to not be part of moving the team from the community.
And by the way, that's a hell of a comment. So to thine own self be true, I guess, is the answer.
There you go.
And a great segue into Big Three, which is an incredible organization. So we have interviewed Jeff Quatnitz, and we're going to have him on and the benefit of his wisdom, and he's an entertainment mogul non-pareil. How did you connect with the organization and define your role and go from there?
Well, it was late this past spring. The Big Three had been formed and announced in January of this year, and in the late spring, Ice Cube and his tremendous business partner you just referenced, Jeff, approached me and asked me about joining the league. And after I said no about umpteen times, well, here I am. They're tremendous recruiters, among other things. Look, I want to share something with you. These are both tremendous, tremendous businessmen. And while people know Ice Cube for his tremendous artistic talent, and look, those who know me know I have been an NWA and an Ice Cube fan back to the time when they began their artistic musical career. He is every bit as tremendous a businessman as he is an artist. And there's a similarity, there's a segue here between the point you just made about Al Davis and Ice Cube and Jeff. I've had the privilege and the pleasure now of working for all of these men that share something in common. They regard people without any respect to gender, race, ethnicity, religion. But, here I have had the luxury and the pleasure and the privilege of working for men like Al Davis and Ice Cube, and that's a similarity they have. My gender is irrelevant to them.
And you've also got a heck of an organization as far as concept and a business plan. Why does Big Three basketball succeed over the next 5 years?
Well, look, we all know that 3-on-3 basketball, 3-on-3 half-court basketball is beloved throughout the United States, and you can't go to a park or a beach and then see a basketball court where 3-on-3 is not played by people of all ages. What I have learned since joining Big Three is that this game is just off the charts popular around the world. So Big Three has been not only tremendously well received in the United States, but we are already being broadcast. We're 3 games into our business, 3 games in, and we are already broadcast in almost 36 countries around the world. And there's a list of additional countries that we're trying to process as quickly as we can to get them on board as well. But this is something that is going to be beloved throughout the world. And, if I can wax philanthropic or wax poetic, if you will, for a moment, maybe we can be part of bringing together people around the world through this commonality, this love for the game of 3-on-3 half-court basketball. People that might otherwise think they have nothing in common may find that they share this passion.
And you had the good fortune to sign on as CEO of an organization whose major sport is now an Olympic sport in the next Olympics or 2. Without getting specific as to whether you're going to be identified and aligned with USA Basketball or FIBA or any of them, the concept of 3-on-3 basketball in the Olympics has to be good for you, right?
Oh, sure. And, shortly after I joined Big Three, someone, and I apologize, I don't remember his name, but someone associated with the NC2A announced that he envisioned within the next 10 years an NC2A 3-on-3 championship, basketball championship. And then, of course, we know, and you just referenced, that the IOC made its announcement not too long ago. And I will admit to being perhaps just a bit, some would say snarky, others might say childish. But when they announced that, my tweet in response was, "You're welcome." So it sure is exciting to see how beloved this will be around the world.
Well, I think that's wonderful, except now, given who's tweeting and what they're tweeting about, I think you can rise above the normal snarky tweets, if I can give you a little bit of advice.
Well, that's as snarky as I ever get, and I consider it humorous. But in my Twitter village, we engage in civil discourse only. When we disagree, we do so agreeably. And we are reasoned and reasonable. So I have a large Twitter village, and we're not mean to one another.
I think what you need to do is retire quickly as CEO of Big Three and rewrite the rules for a worldwide Twitter village. What do you think?
We're working on it, and I will tell you, I have a roughly 30,000 village, so it's not, huge. But I will say on the rarest of rare occasions, someone will tweet something that's a little bit mean, and I will immediately reply and say, hey, we can disagree, but we don't have to be nasty about it. And let me tell you, to a person, the 3 or 4 people that have been a little mean, who've received my response have written back and saying, you know what, you're right. You're absolutely right. Let's do this nicely. So maybe Twitter Village will take over the world.
Amy Trask is going to change her middle name to Thine Own Self Be True. I don't know if you can spell all those letters, but it sounds like you hear it in a very consistent theme all the way through this. Really appreciate it. We're going to do this again when Big Three season is over, and on and on and on. So thank you very much, Amy Trask.
Well, Rick, I hope we do it again. It's always my pleasure and privilege to speak with you. You may not want to speak with me again after I announced we're 100 years old. But the other thing is, and I'll leave you with this, let us know if you're in a city where we're playing a game. We'd love to have you with us.
I will see you in Philly on Sunday. The answer is yes, I've accepted. Amy Trask, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Rick.
Well, we'd like to thank Amy Trask, and we ought to key before we leave into some final NFL issues. The NFL's next season of Hard Knocks already underway. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Jameis Winston steal the show. The HBO opening 32% up from last season, 671,000 viewers, and 16 NFL teams who played their first preseason game through August 10. 15 of them posted a ratings increase over 2016 in their home market. The hype and excitement clearly building ahead of the NFL season, one providing a lot of action and viewership and drama. High, Redskins, Ravens. How about in that division of the Redskins, Ezekiel Elliott reportedly would submit an appeal for his 6-game suspension. Interesting to see how the league responds to this. They need to continue to make a strong statement, but they certainly will try to figure out how to get past this as the season begins. Next week, we'll focus on other issues with the NFL. But how about this week? Have you seen a little less bother and you don't know why? Well, because DraftKings and FanDuel's mergers fell through. But yet they're starting their own individual leagues, obviously around football. FanDuel, the season-long format called championship leagues. You sign up for the season, but you deal with it on a weekly basis. On the other side of the industry, DraftKings all about to roll out a massive new marketing campaign in the week of the upcoming NFL season. The company confirmed it'll be aggressive, but nowhere near the levels of 2015. And my take is this. We're tired of what they did in 2015. Those ads were amazing as far as volume, but companies are looking toward rebounding and growing the business after the failed merger. The arms race to control the daily fantasy sports industry, it's back. Well, next week we're going to have Jessica Gelman, who runs the Kraft Analytics Group, to give us a little bit of insight on why the Patriots continue to be better than everybody else. And if you're a Redskin fan or a Raven fan and you want to know why the Patriots continue to excel, that's part of the reason. So you got to tune in next week. The other part is that the Patriots continue to treat their players differently than everybody else. Patriots became the first NFL team to buy their own plane to fly to games. The defending Super Bowl champion not only bought one Boeing 767, they bought two. The Pats now boast two wide-body jets, retrofitting them with first-class seats, reclining completely. Team officials denied commenting on this purchase, declining to say whether the planes are new or not, but depending on miles flown and conditions, a Boeing 767 can cost anywhere from $5 million to $65 million bucks, while a new jet can cost up to $200 million. So NFL teams only play 10 road games each year, typically 2 preseason, 8 regular season. So franchises have not necessarily had the incentive to invest in planes. But when you win the many Super Bowls at the rate the Patriots do, buying your own...
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, more Rick Horrow, the sports professor.
Rebuild or replace transmission, $3,200. Anti-lock brake system, $1,000. Rebuild or replace engine, $2,400. Truth is, once your manufacturer's warranty runs out, it's all on you. Every last cent. Get protection for covered repairs with a vehicle service contract from Toco Warranty. Unlike other companies, with Toco, there's no down payment, and the monthly payments are really affordable. Not sure how long you're keeping your car? At Toco, you can pay as you go. Keep your hard-earned cash and call Toco Warranty right now at 800-222-2313 to save big money on covered auto repairs. Prices vary by vehicle, but for about the cost of a tank of gas per month, a Toco plan has your back on expensive covered car repairs. Monthly payments are very affordable. Get your free quote now. Call Toco at 800-222-2313. That's 800-222-2313. 800-222-2313. Cancellation fee may apply. Subject to eligibility. Not available in Missouri and Washington. Waiting period and deductible apply. Coverage provided and administered by Warrantech Corporation or its affiliates. Not affiliated with any manufacturer or dealership. Visit TocoWarranty.com for complete terms and conditions.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
When you struggle with credit card bills every month, you're not just in debt. Debt is all around you.
I see people every day that are on the brink. They're going to go over the edge, and at the bottom is bankruptcy, and we pull them back.
At the Debt Helpline, we're experts at helping you resolve your debt problems and become free of debt. We can help you pay off your debt and give you one lower monthly payment that you can afford.
You do get to consolidate your payments. You only have to worry about making one payment a month instead of making 3 or 4 or 5.
If you have $5,000, $10,000 or more in credit card bills, call the Debt Helpline now for a free confidential debt analysis.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. Call the CESI Debt Helpline right now for a free confidential debt review. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063.
Welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard with Rick Horrow. We pick up right where we left off.
67 to fly to games is a luxury Robert Kraft & Company can afford. And you'll hear from Jessica Gelman and Kraft Analytics why that is only one of many touches as we begin what everybody waits for, the 2017 NFL season. NFL preseason officially underway. HBO's Hard Knocks is too. Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers taking center stage for this year's season of the show. HBO averaged 670,000 viewers for the season premiere, up 32% from last season. Episode featured the Rams and faced competition from the Olympics last year. Of the 16 teams that played a preseason game through August 10, 15 posted a ratings increase over 2016 in their home market. Hope, excitement, clearly up as far as the NFL is concerned. Viewership up, drama is high around the league. Ezekiel Elliott submits an appeal for his 6-game suspension. Interesting to see how the league responds to this, especially given the need to put all of those off-field issues behind the league and get into what could be one of the biggest and most productive seasons ever. Or despite the proposed merger between FanDuel and DraftKings falling through earlier this year, both companies pushing ahead to unveil new fantasy football games ahead of the upcoming season. FanDuel introducing a new season-long format called Championship Leagues, allowing users to pay a one-time entry fee, much like a traditional fantasy football league. Operators will compete weekly with redrafts of team rosters. the focus on season-long games, big change from the traditional model of daily games, resulting in the company and industry receiving heavy scrutiny. This is our big jump into season-long fantasy market, FanDuel CEO Nigel Eccles said. Other side of the industry, DraftKings about to roll out a massive new marketing campaign in the week of the upcoming NFL season and even before. The company confirmed it'll be aggressive, but nowhere near the level seen in 2015. Both companies looking to rebound and grow business in the wake of the failed merger this year. The industry seems to be back. Sports Professor Rick Horrow, and thank you for joining us. And join us once again next week when we go Beyond the Scoreboard.